So where I'm from in South Wales, there are a number of artists with a local buzz surrounding the name. And as a producer, I want to make the most of this opportunity by getting a placement. And after totaling my options, few of the artists stick out quite as much as Valley Boy Zero. He owns his own event company, pioneering the rap scene in Wales. All things considered, it's a great chance to try and get a placement as well as a networking option. So I want to take you guys along the journey to try and get my very first placement with an artist in Wales. So it's quite common for people to go out and just try and make beats for artists just without doing any research. But as this is a little bit more personal, and especially because I know the person I'm trying to work with, I decided to do some research. And upon doing so, I found that most of his songs seem to have quite a big meaning to him, at least lyrically, and that he quite frequently uses interludes within his albums to try and paint the story. And so that's my goal for at least tonight, is to try and get a beat that sounds like it could be used as an interlude, something a little bit more instrumental, something that he can sort of just speak his mind on and not really have to worry about too much else. But I don't know how much I'm going to get done today because it's currently 9:15 and my phone's about to die, so I didn't really prepare for this too much, but we'll see how it goes. So you'll probably end up hearing the finished result as I'm making it through a little time lapse, and I hope you enjoy.
Good morning, Tango. Good morning, Tango.
So this is me editing here. I'm just going to quickly apologize for the mic quality in this bit as I decided to set the mic up backwards. So I apologize if the sound sounds a bit off, but I can't really go back and fix it now. So yeah. As you can probably tell by the lighting, it is now the next day, and I want to take a minute to talk about exactly what I'm doing to my instrumentals to try and make them perfect for the artist. So last night, after I finished making the beat that you just heard, I went through and I watched a bunch of tutorials from people who are in a very similar position to me, and the choices that they made when making their music to try and stand out. And one thing that they all preached was that simplicity in this sense is absolutely key. You want to leave as much room for the artist, both headroom and also space in the mix to really find their voice. So today I've been messing around with a bunch of percussion stuff and using those instead of melodies to try and thicken out the mix. And I gotta say, just from the couple minutes of research that I did last night watching the videos, my beats have improved for at least an artist's point of view by tenfold. And that's what I want to bring to the channel, and more importantly, the community that I've grown here, and that is to learn from my mistakes and my successes to hopefully try and replicate and get your dream started. But as of right now, I'm just going to jump straight back into FL Studio, get some more beats going, and bring you guys along for it. One thing I forgot to mention about Zero as an artist is that he is very versatile when choosing his beats on his albums. It's not uncommon for him to go from a slow, down-tempo melodic beat to a hard, flexing trap beat in a matter of songs. And so as last night was dedicated to making an interlude, melodic kind of beat, today is only right that we make a hard trap beat. And using the Cody Discord, I think I have found the perfect loop to do so, so I'm just going to sit back and relax, make a beat, and see what we can come up with. So now with that beat being made, I think I have everything that I need before sending them out, which is the next topic that I really want to get into and discuss. For example, it's very common for people just to slide into the DMs and just send the link to the beats or try and ask for an email, which is the complete wrong way to do it. The way that I find the most success is if I'm actually talking to the artist beforehand and trying to be as helpful when making my music. For example, asking about the project that they're making, what style of beats they want, and that way I can go back and make new beats for them. Essentially, by starting a conversation, you're bettering your chances that they'll actually listen to your beats and actually get back to you. So if you're like me and using Instagram to message all these artists, there's a certain formula that you should want to follow. For example, you never want to put the link or the asking in the email as the last message that you send, as that is the one that pops up when they open up the DM page. And I recommend sending 2 or 3 messages beforehand anyway, just to make sure that the conversation is started. So the way that I would structure the conversation is the first message you send should be something informative or some sort of feedback that you can give to them. You know, some feedback saying you liked a certain part of their song or you liked a part of their album or whatever it is. And then in the second message, you want to be introducing who you are or sending out your email or where you want to put the beat. And then the third message you want to send is kind of a question to carry on the conversation. You don't want it just to be stopped dead, and you don't want to have any interaction with them if they just open it up and see that you're trying to sell them beats. Like, as I said, you're trying to start a conversation with them, not just trying to sell them something. And if you go on YouTube and search up how to sell beats, this is something that they will always say. But as Zero has heard my music before and I have worked with him kind of before, then I should just be okay to start a conversation and get the point that I'm trying to give him some beats.